Hey, what's going on, guys? Base Model 3 here, back with another video. And in today's video, I will just be unveiling the new daily. As I said in my ND send-off video, it's going to be another Miata. Did not lie, because it is an NB. I've never owned an NB. This is my third Miata. So an NB is the second generation. This is an NB1 Miata. So 99 and 2000. NB2s are 2001 to 2005, and I'm pretty happy with the purchase. So I kind of settled for this. I really didn't an NB to begin with. I really wanted an NA because pop-ups, and I really wanted, if I got an NB, I really wanted a blue car. I wanted either a blue NA, or if I did get an NB, I wanted a 10AE, especially after friend Tyler got one, and after seeing how clean that blue is in person. This car was just way too good of a deal to pass up. I drove out to Toledo to get about a 4-hour drive. So the green is kind of growing on me. It's kind of dirty right now. It does need a paint correction. It's an emerald green mica, and it really shines. It's growing on me. One thing that really attracted me to it was the fact that it was completely bone stock, minus typical Miata mods. So as you can see, the interior is mostly stock. The passenger seat looks like it's never been sat in, right? The car has 125 or 29,000 miles on it. When you look at the interior of this car, you wouldn't think so. The radio I actually just replaced the other day with a $30 radio off Amazon, but before I replaced the radio, this thing had the stock radio. Still has a stock shift knob, right? So I guess the previous owner used this to do HPDE a couple times, so he replaced the steering wheel, he replaced the seat with a bucket seat, put harnesses in. Fortunately, he cut the stock seat mounts out. So where this little sheet metal is here, there's supposed to be seat mounts, little raised humps that the OEM seats bolt to. So for now, I can't run OEM seats, and I can't run an OEM seat belt as well. So winter project, first big project, will be putting OEM seats and an OEM seatbelt back in this thing, because I don't like having harnesses for a daily and a bucket seat for a daily. This one is kind of comfortable, but it's still not ideal, especially for longer trips. So, and then I will be replacing the steering wheel back with a stock one, because this is a nice wheel, feels nice because it's suede, but if you are using a suede glove on a daily, after about 6 months to a year of driving, depending on how often you drive it, it's going to get discolored from the oils in your hand, because these wheels, they're assuming that you're going to be wearing gloves when you use these wheels. Trunk still has the stock there. A little bit of surface rust here in the trunk, just kind of sanded down a little bit. But speaking of rust, this car does not have a speck of rust, which is why it was such a good deal to me and why I jumped on it. Usually Miatas develop rust right here, because there's a soft top drain right here that drains water, and people don't clean them out, so the water just gathers up inside here, and then it just rusts from the inside out. Usually the rear quarter panels are rusted just because salt gets trapped up here and it doesn't get washed. So usually on Miatas, pinch welds are completely slammed and bent and dented to shit, but these pinch welds are immaculate. I'm shocked that they look this way, that they're preserved. So I intend on keeping them preserved, because this is going to add to the value of the car. Has some Advanti Storms in bronze, match the bronze roll bar, although they're caked with brake dust right now, as you can see, because as I said, he used this car for a couple HPDEs, so I think he still has hawk pads on there, which are extremely dusty. Tires look also brand new too. Probably going to take these off and probably sell them or trade them. When you turn the car on, the antenna comes up. It's a really long antenna. The fascinating part is that this power antenna still works, because on a lot of Miatas, most Miatas, it does not work. So as you can see, completely bone stock engine bay. Nothing really to say. Everything in this engine bay is stock. Has AC, and the AC is crispy, so that's huge. Even when you look at the brake fluid looks new, fresh. The master cylinder looks fresh, brand new. I don't know if it's a new master cylinder or if the car was just that well cared for. Overall, a very clean car, and I'm overall very happy with my purchase. I hope to drive it for at least a year, but if I end up falling in love with it, I might keep it longer. Really, the goal is to either get my hands on another NA, a clean NA that I would keep for a long time along with the base model, or an NC. NC kind of looks a little more desirable right now because that's the only one I haven't owned yet. And then I will have collected them all. So I would like to own it. And then the other thing about an NC is if I bought an NC, once I was done with the base model, this 2.5 and the turbo, all of this fits into the NC. So, because they use the same motor, Duratec motor. So I could theoretically take my whole setup, put it in an NC, and now I have basically the perfect car, and it makes about 400 horsepower. So that's the ideal next car for me. I don't know where I'm gonna go in terms of cars right now. It really kind of depends on my work situation and what happens. If I continue working remote, I might not even need a Miata anymore, and I might just have to get a truck and a trailer so I can start towing this to the track next year. So it's kind of up in the air right now. We'll see what happens. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. See you later.